Perfect. Time for, give us some time to rest, get the guys, some of us that were banged up, some time to heal up, and then, get ready for the back half of the season.
When you look at the Vikings defense, as a defense you guys have had a lot of success at, why do you think you guys have had so much success against this Brian Flores, that defense that gives the rest of the league so much trouble?
I feel like the coaches and us, we've done a good job of, they have a good game plan for us. We execute. But nonetheless, that was in the past. We got a new week, new game, new year. So they're a good defense. They do a bunch of different stuff. So they make you, they make you really think and execute and, have different, checks and whatnot. So we're gonna have to be on all our points ready this week.
You're obviously on the sidelines while some of the biggest defensive plays of the game were being made in that Tampa win. Just how cool is it to see guys who just came in here or haven't really played a lot before make plays on the defensive side of the ball? Does that fire you guys up?
For sure. It's awesome to see. Just to be on the sideline, see them get all those stops and see guys that, whether they were second string, third string, we just got them maybe 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. To see them make plays was awesome. I'm happy for those guys. Hopefully, they keep it going because we're going to need them all year.
Say your reaction to Hutch getting – sorry if you were asked
No,
this. Hutch getting his extension and how important it is now with you and Panay and all these kind of core pieces that were drafted, developed, and then re-signed. How important is that moving forward?
I think it's first of all, I'm super excited for him, super happy for him. Much deserved. He's one of the hardest workers on our team, so I'm happy for Hutch. But I think it's really important to keep the guys together, especially, your key players, guys that make a lot of plays for you. I think the Lions have done a great job of keeping their guys, and I think they're doing phenomenal, and we're happy. The players are happy. We're winning games, so we just got to continue to do that.
Did you do anything good during your break?
Yeah, I went to Vegas with some of my buddies and my girls, so that was good.
This final push, when does the intensity start to get maybe dialed up a little bit now?
I think so. I think right now. I think it's, we're at that point in the season. We're done with the bye. It's kind of the halfway point. They added extra games, so it's a little different now, but I think it's, the halfway point for us. We had our bye week. We had time to rest, so now it's time to go, full force.
You said you had a chance to play golf out there in Vegas. Are you as competitive golfing in a team environment too as you are in football?
I think so, but I think golf is such a hard sport for me that, if you don't go out there, it's really humbling sport too. So it's hard to really be mad if you don't really practice and you're just, going out there every but 4 times a year. So I am definitely competitive, but there's a point where it's like, all right, you're not really that good. You can't be mad because you don't practice. But definitely after my career, I'll get into golf more.
It's your third straight year going through the year as a true contender in the NFL. Does this time of year feel differently to you when you enter it, I guess, in terms of locking in or anything like that?
Not really. I feel like our team does a great job, the guys that we have with the coaches, of feeling, that same intensity throughout the whole year. It's kind of hard to turn it on and turn it off, and whenever you decide, you kind of have to, it has to be on all the time. So I think we do a great job of always keeping that same intensity so that when we do get to, November, December, January, it feels like it was, training camp, beginning of the year type.
Bye week is like a self-scout kind of time for the coaches, maybe not as much for the players, but is there anything you're coming out of the bye week thinking you need to improve upon?
Me personally or as a team?
You personally.
Getting open, making plays, helping the team win, all that stuff. I feel like, I'm always trying to get better, practice harder. I feel like that's a big thing. I feel like, as the year goes on, you get tired and maybe your body's hurting, but just making sure you're going as hard as you can in practice, because to me, when it comes to the game, there's so many nerves and so much, as you can say, not pressure, but there's so much excitement going into the game that everyone's going to go hard, and you don't even realize, that you're lacking when you're in the game, but when you sit back and watch the tape, maybe it's like, maybe I didn't go as hard in practice. So for me, it's making sure I have that same intensity every day in practice, finishing reps, playing fast, so that when it gets to Sunday, I'm not even thinking about it, I'm just going.
What about as a team?
Last one.
As a team, I think, I can't really speak for the defense, but as an offense, I think we got to be better on third down, mandatory. I'd like to be more explosive personally. Just less 18-play drives, more like 4-play drives. I think we all would want that, but I think third down is the biggest thing. If we can, take care of that and improve on that, I think we'll be just